Hi, can't hear you.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening,
Good
Dipali.
evening, Mangalore. I can see many highs. Hello. Hi, Mangalore. Hi, sister. So, good evening to everyone. We are going to start the session now. So, Sachitha ma'am, you're comfortable? Can we start with the session?
I'm very comfortable. Tell me.
Yes. We are in our fourth episode of The Inspirer, initiated by Mangalore Mary Jan. There is no limit to what a woman can accomplish. So today we are with one such personality who is well known in education sector. She is a mother, a executive director, a mentor, a administrator, a motivational speaker, a HR, a dance movement felicitator, a dancer come choreographer, and what not. She is postgraduate in mass communication and journalism, postgraduate in medical and bioethics, certified in creative movement therapy. She has conducted various workshops in India and Gulf. Her work was recognized in the field of education, social work, and culture. She was first recognized as Outstanding Young Personal Award by Mangalore Junior Chamber. She was conferred Outstanding Community Leader for 2016 award constituted by International Institute for the Public Policy for her contribution to the society. The MRPL recognized her as Women Achiever. She is also a president. She has also served as president in Toastmasters International Club. She is also a life member at Indian Society of Training and Development. She is also a life member at Indian Red Cross Society with multiple areas of activities. Her mission in life is spread smiles around. She is none other than dynamic and inspiring Sachitha Nandagopal, ma'am. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Dipali.
Ma'am, I reading your profile. It took actually half day for me to read because there are so many things still which I have not added up in this, and it was actually very difficult to know because you were an administrator, you were a principal, you were an HR, you were a social worker, you are a motivational speaker, you are into the dance, you are a choreographer, and what not. Like, it was so difficult. So I just want to know a little brief where I have missed out and which you want to inspire the public about your profile, ma'am. So can you just tell me, you know, a little more where I have not added up?
Good evening, world. First and foremost, I congratulate Dipali for convincing me to be here because I always say no. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm conscious or maybe want to stay low key. So you finally caught me and you pulled me here. So I again congratulate you and thank you, Mangalore Mary Jan official for calling me here and to address the world. You have almost spoke about me, and it feels good when I hear you speaking about me because you yourself is a motivator and you impress each and every one you deal with. I've seen you how you work and how you are committed towards your work. So I felt really good when you were speaking about me. To to speak, say a few lines is to about myself is I am a very low key person and just want to live my life making myself happy and bringing happiness towards each and every one of them because I believe in the present moment. So I live for the moment, and that's what I can speak about myself. Rest of the things you have already spoken. So that's me for you, Sachitha Nandagopal.
If you are saying you are in the low key, then what about us, ma'am? Because you are an all-rounder, from a mother to an executive director. It is not a small thing. Handling things and going hand in hand. But I have still few things like where when I told Sachitha Nandagopal is going to come on our next, the Inspirer for episode 4, there were few people like, who told me like, ma'am, we have few questions. We want to know about her because, we are hearing a lot about her because you are recognized in society for your social work. Like, you are doing a lot to the society. So that's the reason I have jotted on few questions, ma'am, like where I felt even I wanted to know. Of course, we are, associated from quite many years, but there are few things like, where even I want to know. Plus, when people are asking me, I feel, okay, yes, I need to ask this to Sachitha, ma'am, because I haven't asked her about it. So there are few things which I've jotted down. So let me ask the next one, ma'am. Okay, school and college is the best part, of our life. Okay, even I miss
Yeah.
my school days, I miss my college days. I still remember, how those days were, meeting friends, and that life was totally different. Like, this life also is beautiful, but that life also was, without responsibilities, handling things, it was like that. So we want to know something about, because I will talk about your career and your professionals and all later, ma'am, but I want to know about your school and college life. How is it? Like, how was it?
See, if someone asked me what life you would choose, I would definitely go back to my childhood and my school life. That's a wonderful, wonderful life. I ask if there is some permission with regard to checking out with the time machine. I would definitely say, stop me there itself, because that's a wonderful events. A lot of events I had during my childhood, my school time, my college time, my post graduation time. So every stages of my life, to start with the time I born till now, had an amazing experience. And because of those days, if I have to speak about my childhood, I had a wonderful childhood with regard to dealing my life. I was very much favorite of everyone there, my neighbors, my house. I belong to a very poor family, I can say. Very financially very low background we came up, because I had no father. I lost my father at my very early age. So I was brought up by my grandmother, my mother, and my brother, and we were a joint family. A small house with more than 15 people together living in that small house. So that gave me a real, experience of being. Where I am today, actually, I learned. Every stage was my learning. So, and from the childhood to my school time, yes, I studied in my Kannada medium from government school, Bokapatna government school, and I have a lot of memories, because today, if I have to say, I always bring my third standard teacher in all my sessions. I'm sure if my students are listening to me now, they will definitely, endorse with this. My third standard teacher, I would like to name her also, Sri Devi teacher. And she, every time, she used to have that black color, thick scale in her hand. I remember, my generation would definitely remember those scale, and, we call one more Nagarabetta. Okay, so bamboo stick. So that, I still remember my knuckles were, swollen with that beat. So those beatings from my school time, I am here today sitting and talking to Dipali and addressing the world. So those beatings, those screamings, those shoutings from my family, my school. So that was one part of my school time. My friends, my classmates, everybody. We used to have a lot of time. Unfortunately, today's children do not have anything to say about their childhood, because if after 15, 20 years, if they are speaking about childhood, they will have only mobiles. They will talk about only online games. They'll talk about only about like. But I'm sure there won't be anything remaining for them, or anything to say with regard to their childhood. So, coming to college time, yes, my graduation and my post graduation. See, if my degree classmates and my PG classmates are seeing me, they would definitely talk about this, because I was very favorite, and I had different groups. My classmates, and I was not just in my own class. I used to be in other classes, other disciplines. BCom, I was a BA student. I did my journalism and history and computer science. So I used to be in BCom student. So everybody, my close knit group friends used to say, if someone asked, where is Sachitha? So, Sachi is gone somewhere, she might be there in other class. So that was my way of, life in college. And even post-graduation, Mangalore University, I did my post-graduation mass communication and journalism, 13 of us. 13 of us, it was amazing experience. We still connected, all my degree students, my school friends, and my postgraduate students. We have a group, so we are all connected with each other, and it's a lifetime experience for all of us. Yeah, this is how my college, school, and my childhood have been.
Okay, when you
Yeah,
said favorite, that favorite is not only
yeah.
during your school and college days. I think even now everyone wants Sachitha ma'am has a favorite tagline. From the youth,
I,
from the youth to
I,
the
I,
adult, everyone says Sachitha is the best.
I thank the destiny for this. I thank the destiny because I don't know, somehow wherever I go,
You get connected
somehow
to
people
people.
get connected.
Yeah, which is very important.
Yeah,
Okay, the next question, ma'am.
yeah,
Your professional
yeah.
journey looks thrilling, okay, because you have been, having so many profiles. Like, when it comes to me, I'm in education sector as an administrator or a principal. But when it comes to you in education sector, because it's not a small thing handling everything in education sector, you were also a placement officer, I think. I have read in your profile, you were a placement officer also. So I want to know, ma'am, could you speak something more about it? Like, what made you to, have so many profiles? Is it your interest or
Okay.
your, it is so thrilling. Like, you have to tell this to the public because youngsters need to know about it. What do you say about it?
Yeah. See, 1998, I finished my post-graduation, mass communication, and that too was accidentally I did my mass communication. I would like to narrate here. After my BA, because since my childhood, I wanted to become a lawyer. Okay, so I was very much keen on doing the law and then continue my career in being a lawyer. So what happened? When I did, I entered SDM Law College. First year I did, and the first year holidays now after the exams, I was just going through the newspapers and suddenly I saw the advertisement about Mangalore University calling for application for post graduation. So suddenly I told my brother, see, there is application, invited, shall I write exam? It's an entrance test was there. So he said, "What about your law?" No, no, I'll try. I know I won't get through the post graduation, but let me try. So the entrance exam, I just went, I wrote, and I too came back and told my brother, "No, I'm not going to get. I'm going to continue my law." Okay. So after 15, 20 days, my brother reminds me and he says, today is your result. Do you want to go and check in Konaje, Bangalore University? I said, I'm 100% sure I'm not going to get because there was so many applicants who wrote entrance exam and the seat was only 15
Okay.
and more than 200 250 students have written entrance exam. So I 100% I knew I won't get. Then he insisted, you just go. So one of my friends accompanied me. She said, come, we'll go. And she took me and we traveled to Konaje. And then I was not interested to see also because I knew that I won't be in the list. But my friend checked and she just like, very shockingly she came and you said you are not going to get, your name is there in out of 15, your name is there, Sachitha Kumari. My name was Sachitha Kumari earlier, but now it is Sachitha Nandagopal. So my journey from Sachitha Kumari to Sachitha Nandagopal was amazing. So I got through there. Out of 15, my number was 7. So I still tell this in my sessions, how I got
I know it's
into
a goosebumps moment.
post.
It's not a small thing. Out of 15, when
Yeah,
there are
from
so many
lawyer.
applicants and you have been chosen, and that too in seventh, it's such a big thing.
Very, very, very true. I couldn't believe myself. And then after 2 years of studying and enjoying with my classmates and everyone, and after the result, my journalism lecturer who taught me journalism in Besant Women's College, I did my graduation and my PU also in Besant Women's. My journalism lecturer called me and said, "You finished your masters. You can come as a part-time lecturer here. You can assist me." So I was thrilled, working with my own teacher, and she becomes my colleague later. So I agreed. So simultaneously, one of my friends said, I have to attend a walk-in interview, BPL pager. Earlier, there was to be a pager. You remember,
Yeah,
Deepali?
pager.
There's a pager.
Yeah, during that time.
Okay, yeah, my friend said, I'm going for a walk-in interview. You come. I said, I don't want to attend. No, no, you come. I'm feeling lonely, so you come with me. So I went, and she attended. She insisted me, you also go and attend. I attended just for a try. Okay, and I got through. I got a call, and so that was the second job. So simultaneously, some few years. I mean, almost. I think this is my 24 years of journey being a professional. So 25 or 4 years back, if I see, almost for 2.5 years, I was doing three jobs in a day.
Is it?
That was 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll tell you, I would definitely would love to share this experience. 8 o'clock in the morning, I was teaching tourism for Lakshmi College of Hotel Management. Now it is Motimal College of Hotel Management. So 8 o'clock to 9 was my tourism class for hotel management students. Then come back home and change your dress to sari and go to Besant as a part-time teacher around 11:30, 12 o'clock my class used to be, and then again carry a bag with you to change over again back to Salwar. And 2 o'clock mine was in BPL Connect. BPL Connect I was working as a customer care personnel. So my in a day, almost for 2.5 years, I did three jobs in a day. And from that's what I'm telling my journey from connecting people through a technology called pager to connecting hearts now. That is my journey from last
Very
24
nice. Very
hours.
nice, ma'am.
I BPL friends, we are still connected. We have a WhatsApp group, BPL Connect. I would definitely say this. Our wishing was this. Good afternoon, BPL Connect, pager number, please. So from good afternoon, BPL Connect, pager number, please, to now connecting. I'm sitting with Dipali now. This is my journey,
Yes,
connecting.
yes. It's actually inspiring, ma'am.
And
It's inspiring, to listen. The next question, ma'am. Okay,
yeah,
you are
so
an executive director at Center of Integrated Learning, which is an NGO. Okay, even I'm a part of it. So I know how much you all are doing to the society. Even Nandagopal sir, your husband, he's also doing wonders, like to serve the society, to give back to the society. And I have been always inspired by Nanda sir and Sachitha ma'am. We call him as Nanda sir. Actually, he's Nandagopal sir, who is also a journalist. If I'm not wrong, right, ma'am? Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I just want
the
to know,
ex
ma'am,
journey.
there are few students who, I have been speaking to many students. They come out with flying colors and they proudly say that we are a part of Center of Integrated Learning. So I want to know, how are you all molding the student in this? Can you just elaborate about it? How do you all mold the students where, they come out and say that they are a proud, what is that, a member or a student from Center of Integrated Learning?
Yeah, so before I speak about that, I would like to say how this concept came into. See, from Besant, from the part-time lecturer to I became a HOD, head of the department. So, sir, after serving 8 years, I gave a break and then I got to head the institution in Bangalore, CMR Center for Media Studies. It's a postgraduate it's a media studies center for mass communication and electronic media. So, I shifted myself to Bangalore. Okay, so there 3 years we worked, and my husband also, he was a senior correspondent in Times of India. So he too took a transfer to Bangalore. So our journey was going well. I was heading the institution in CMR, and he was a senior correspondent in Times of India, doing very well in education and political, and a lot of things he was covering there. One fine night, in the night, he just suddenly says, I'm quitting journalism and I'm going back to Mangalore. I was shocked. I said, what happened? Why all of a sudden? You are a hardcore journalist and everybody's favorite. What happened to you? So he said, no, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know. With the question mark, I'm going back. I said, what about my job? He said, that is left to you. You decide. Then I can't stay alone, right? I have to follow my husband. So both of us came back to Mangalore. This was in 2009. Then suddenly, the concept I was just pestering him, asking, what are you going to do? What about our financial everything? No, he said, I want to work with children. I want to work with the youth. So I'm planning to start an organization. Let us together do something. So we were discussing this with our friends. So one of our friends, he said, my son is there. I would like to name here Mahabal Marla, and he was ex-mayor, and also Divakaranna, ex-mayor. So they're all very close friends. So their son, they said, we are going to send our children to you. This was in 2009, Dipali. So that is where, with the eight students, this CIL started. And it is it has journeys, like you said. Now you see the children who are part of CIL are flying with colors and coming out with laurels. We are so proud. So this actually concept is to whatever is not happening in academics, we try to give them something best for them. So understand what real life is all about through life skills. Taking them to jungle, for example, one event if we have to say is we have a concept called jungle survival camp. We have a concept called adventure camp. So we take the city children. Basically, we call city children as a spoiled brat,
Yeah.
isn't it? So we take spoiled brats to the jungle to such exposure. Basically, CIL has been outreach programs, a lot of field visits. So we take them there and give them the exposure of what is real life is all about. Stay with the tribals, be with them, understand the poverty, understand how life without power, how life without carpet or without beds. So that is how these children, whoever have been part, they've learned that life with the very tough. So whoever they might be very rich, but they know the reality of life. That is how they are very focused. They're doing really well in their life at this moment. So this is basically we cover the personality development of a children. We have a lot of workshops. We do a lot of field visits. We deal with the children and youth, school
Okay.
and colleges.
Okay.
So various go on. Then there, I don't think 30 minutes is enough for me to speak
I
about
know.
CIF.
I know.
So
Yeah. Sure.
yes, Deepali.
One more, ma'am. Like leaving behind your professional, journey, as you said, you and your husband just came and told you, and you all left Bangalore and you came down to Mangalore. You wanted to start the journey. Now, the remuneration, okay, which is very important. Like which you have. Do you have any regret about it that you couldn't, because whenever you are in job, people have the mentality of minting money, you can do a lot of money, you have to save it for your future. So this is a common, this like every human being has it. So what about you? Did you all any time regret for the decision what you all have taken up, leaving your professional life behind and coming down to Bangalore and starting this center of integrated learning?
Absolutely no regret, Dipali. We are very happy that we took this initiative because at this moment, I feel I am the richest person on this earth. Because see, richness is not in terms of bank balance. Richness is not in terms of having so much of money, bungalows or car or ornaments. No, absolutely, I don't believe in that. My richness is my children. Today, if our children are in United Nations, if our children are scoring high in their professional career, if my child is topper in stands rank one in chartered accountant CA, Ruth De Silva. So they are our assets, So how can I feel that, I'm not rich or anything? So I don't think money will give me that happiness,
Definitely.
right? So absolutely no regret. When I see their growth, they are my bank balance, they are my signature,
Yes.
they are my investment, they are my asset.
Yes.
I can put it in terms all my students. It's not my just my CIL today. If I look back, like you said, various colleges have served, Besant, Sayadri as a placement officer, Enapoya Center for Media Ethics, I was faculty there, and SDM Mujure, I was teaching journalism there, my CMR college. So when I look back, I have huge amount of my students who are still in touch. And every Teachers' Day, I get a lot of messages. So you think that is there any regret for
Yes.
that?
Yes.
I'm very
You have
happy.
touched so
Uh,
many young
and
hearts.
yeah, I worked in Shaheen. We started a department called Motivation and Training and Motivation Department, under which we started a concept called Happiness Center. So a lot of students, almost 7,000 students we covered. We dealt with their mental issues. We were there for them as a listener, as a motivational force. So now we get. I find that is the richness.
Yes.
In that love I find richness. Yeah,
Definitely,
yeah.
ma'am.
So
Definitely.
the love.
I totally second this, whatever you said. So the next question, ma'am. When it is children or student, it is Sachita, ma'am. When it is Sachita, ma'am, it is the student. I could hear the entire session now. Till now, whatever, 5 questions I asked you, you were only talking about youth, children, students. Youth, children, students. Only this I could hear. So I know, like, students or youth usually tell it is Sachita ma'am, Sachita auntie, there are so many names which is been called to you. So I want to know, like, how is it, like, to be with the children or the youth? Are you enjoying this all the time? Or, what is your feeling, being with the student or the youth or the children? Because I love it, as you said, my students, my children are an asset for me. They are my life. Like, when it comes to students, because I am been serving to the education institute, and that gives me, immense happiness when I meet the students. Even now there are students who are still in contact with me. They, on like Teachers Day or my birthdays, they make a point even on my birthdays to bring cake and, celebrate my birthday. That is
Ah,
something
very.
which is, which has touched my heart. So I don't want to leave the education sector. So what is your, uh, what do you say about this children and youth? How are you feeling it?
I started with 8 to 9 students, my first journalism teaching. So that was from 8 to 9 students. Now thousands of children have reached. And today, I am an anima. I am an anima to their children. So they make many of married. They got a children. Some of my students. I feel happy when their children, when we meet, when they introduce their children to me and they say they are my mom. So they just look at me like this and they look at their mother, ma'am, that kind of a bonding. So I feel really happy, having the huge, and it's not just in India. I have students across the world. And today, I feel very happy to have so many children in my family. I consider them as not as my student, they are my kids. So I address them as my children, address as my kids. Yeah, I feel happy. Yeah.
Okay. So it is good to know, from 8 to 9 students now having around 1,000 students. You have touched 1,000 students' heart, and I'm sure even those students have made a special place in your heart too. It is very good to hear,
Very.
Sachitha ma'am, about this. Now, your special connect. Okay, I know that you are connected with orphanages, old age homes, special schools. So, any specific activities you undertake with these group of, less privileged people?
Yeah, yeah. See, I am very, my husband, our main purpose is to reach out to, through our organization, to reach out to lesser privileged kids. So from last 13 years, we have been working with the old age homes, working with orphanages with regard to various concepts, especially, we try to build up their personalities, children, because we are very focused with our goals that, bringing the children to mainstream, the lesser privileged kids to mainstream. So that is our concept. So we do a lot of activities with regard to leadership, with regard to developing their personalities. And during the festival time, Deepavali celebration or birthdays, or we go there, we spend time. It's not just us, even we have a forums called CREST, Creating Resource to Empower Society Today. That is a youth forum. So CIL Kids Youth Forum or CREST children, everybody come together. We go there and we spend more time with them. I remember way back in 2010, our Cillians, we call our CIL kids as Cillians. So CIL kids, they performed a lot of activities for old age home and orphanage. So that gave them the experience for our city children, privileged children, as well as lesser privileged, getting connected with the privileged and the lesser privileged. So that was a bonding. So such activities we are very connected with, and we are doing a lot of things for the, like you
Yeah,
mentioned.
to
Yeah.
the special homes and old age.
Yeah.
It is nice to know, ma'am, like, celebrating Diwali or, like, birthdays, which is very important for everyone, like, to celebrate with such, privileged students, like, children, or maybe, the old age homes also, because they will be waiting for someone to come and, like, give them that love. So it is actually good to know.
Yeah.
Among all the programs and activities that you initiated, okay, which is the most, which is very close to your heart?
Oh, for a mother, every child is close to heart,
Yeah.
isn't it? So similarly for me, all the projects are very close to my heart. But one of the projects I cherish a lot is nurture your dreams. That's a new concept we brought in. That is working with the government schools,
Okay.
trying to bring them to the mainstream with regard, working with regard to confidence building, making them understand what exactly their role in society, and understanding, making them realize their dream to, reality. So their personality development, their writing skills, their communication skills. So we're working with that. So that's a tagline we gave as, nurture your dreams. Along with that, there is one more concept we have brought in, nurture your smiles. So this concept, I took it to Dubai. I work with one of the institutions there, medical institution. So nurture your dreams, nurture your smile. Okay, so basically, everybody goes through a lot of issues in their personal life or in the societal life, right? So nobody is trying to show. But one thing we need to remember is, your smile. Don't fade your smile, spread it across. You smile and make everyone smile around you. So that's the concept about nurture your smile. Wherever you are, whatever you are, keep that smile intact, keep that brightness in you. So your brightness should spread and make others' life brighter
Yeah,
ones.
this is,
That's the
yeah.
concept of this. These concepts are very close to our heart. Nurture your dreams and nurture your
Yes,
smiles. Yeah.
yes. Next, ma'am, like, how do you balance your personal and your professional life?
There is no balance at all, because the personal life also is with me, the family also with me wherever we go, because we work together, isn't
Yeah.
it? So when Prakriti was my daughter, when she was 1 month old itself, she used to be part of our activities. For our workshops, me and my husband, we used to take her along, put her somewhere, put one, wherever, whatever, one shawl or something, we put her, make her sleep there, and we used to take. So her journey started from there. So, it's very easy for me when you have an understanding husband and understanding daughter. They support very well, and they're always there with me. And because a lot of our activities are together, me and my husband work together. So absolutely, the balancing happens very easily. Yes, like sometimes there goes some kind of everywhere it is there, but somehow we understand each other, all three of us, and we take it forward, because journey has to go on. So it's just professionally as well as personally, it is
Very,
moving
very,
ahead.
very,
Yeah.
very important, ma'am. Like, your, the support should be there from your house, and let it be your family, which is very important. So you are doing a great job managing your personal and your professional life. Now, before I conclude, ma'am, we need one advice to the women out there. Okay, like, as a lady, balancing everything is not a joke. Like, you need to handle and all the situations, really well, because home also is very important, just like our professional life. So I want you to give a piece of advice to the women out there from your experience.
Yeah. See, life is, for me, last so many years, the life has become a lesson, right? Life is a book. So every pages of a book is something to learn about. So when you look back, you have a lot of ups and downs. My life too was, it's a kind of a roller coaster. So everywhere one's up and down. So you need to be ready to face any kind of a challenges. So this is what I'm spreading across through my organization, yet another organization, Anveshanam. I do a lot of dance movement therapy sessions for different set of people, starting from KG to PG, and then old age, the senior citizens. So through that, and different corporates and the training programs. So through that, what I spread the message is, be there for yourself, live for the moment, and whatever comes on your way, just accept and face it boldly, so that your mental health will be
Yes.
strong. So keep smiling, live your life, because now I'm talking to Dipali. I don't know the next moment what will happen. So I don't worry about what is my next
Definitely,
moment is
ma'am.
all about. My present now. Yesterday is my past. So I take the experience of yesterday, and today I make it more beautiful. I want to make it beautiful. That is the message I want to give. Live for now. Enjoy the moment. Don't worry about what is going to happen the
And
next
just go
moment,
with the
because
flow.
life, yeah, go with the flow. Go with the flow and keep
Yes.
smiling all the time and make everyone
Yes.
smiling. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. I was expecting any questions from the audience, but there are no questions. I think everyone are inspired and motivated by your talk, ma'am. Like, usually there will be some questions. Many people have asked already. So I think I have to. A thankful heart is not only a greatest virtue, but it's the parent of all other virtue. On behalf of Mangalore Mary Jan, it gives me an immense pleasure to thank you for the insight and guidance. I'm sure the audience have clarified many of their doubts related to education sector, and you have motivated them. This initiative is taken up in order to clear the doubts. In coming days, we are coming up with many resource people to address your doubts regarding various things in the field of education. Stay tuned. This is Dipali signing out. Thank you so much, Sachitha ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Dipali. Thank you, Mary Jan.